I am the branches bending in the cold wind blows, the winter sun, and you feel it low. I'm water in the well and I am mud on your feet. I'm a plastic bag floating down an empty street. Out on the highest hill, I'm the voice in the fall. Yeah, I am the spirit of it all. And I'm so far from home, though I've never left. Yeah, I'm one of a kind, just like all of the rest. But be gone. Cause we are hollowed out and our hearts are sore from having too much and then asking for more. It is so hard to remember what it's all about. You were the edge of a fire that's burned out. Cause we are the wild weather, we're birds above the trees. We're rocks in the river and leaves in the breeze. Sunlight shining on the darkest cloud. Here we're two hearts beating when the thunder's too loud. I'll sing along.
Cheers, thank you so much. Thank you for being an intimidatingly attentive crowd. That's quite good. I spent the second half of last year touring down the west coast of Australia, playing places like the Karratha Miners' Mess. They weren't quite as attentive. My name's Tim Moore. Thank you so much for coming out. This is a song I wrote about the last conversation I had with a good friend.
But the sun is almost gone. The stars are coming out inside my mind. And I am nearly home. I am not the last one of my kind. 'Cause we read all the signs. And we found it on our own. Knew we had a right. When our hearts were full and our minds as the night rolls in. You won't see me turn my back and run, 'cause though the body bleeds, the spirit believes that a light will come. And we know it's buried deep, it's covered in the dark, soul by soul, it's buried like a seed. It just has to die. In the ancient flow.
Yes, thank you. You sure you guys are all right out there? Yeah. Feel free to like throw a full can of beer at me. That'd make me feel a little bit more at home. No, it's really lovely. Thank you. It's beautiful to be listened to. As I was saying, I've been travelling around this country a bit, and I've learned one thing about Australia. It's a place that's sort of full of paradoxes and contradictions, and I really wanted to write a song about Australia, and it always felt really preachy. I think it's difficult to take a side. It's also really difficult to do two things at once. So anyway, this is a song that I wrote, and it's I tried to imagine if Australia was a person, and it had something to say to us. This is kind of what I thought it might say.
I'm the first light on a new dawn, I'm the last light of a fading star. The longest road to nowhere at night, and the way home I'm a dying river winding out across the soul. I'm a train whistling in the dark. I'm the ghost of a man has forgotten his name in the undergrowth, waiting for his smile. innocent behind the wire, and I am guilty with a microphone. All of your hope for a better world, I'm the fear of the world you've made. Yeah, I am a fire 40,000 years old, from the embers even as they fade. Yeah, I am a fire 40,000 years old, from the embers even as they fade. Like teeth under the water, like a snake in the grass. Oh, it's gonna keep you where not lost. I am lost, I am lost, I am scared. You can wave me like a flag and wrap me around your chest. Tell me that you love me, you can say that we're the best. We'll be lucky, we'll be lost, we'll be scared. We'll be lucky and we'll be lost. We'll be scared.
Thank you. So you may have noticed it was advertised that I'd be a duo tonight. But I'm not a duo tonight. It's not an invisible sort of accompanist here. And my wonderful fiddle player couldn't make it. I want to play you a song I wrote many years ago. When I was 16, I was on my way home from a party one night, and I was sick of being 16. I was sick of being a teenager. And I grew up in the Adelaide Hills. Is anyone from the Hills here? Just want to stick your hand up. Yep, a few people. I think I'm related to every single one of you somehow. And anyway, I was on my way home from this party with a mate of mine, and there's this train line that runs through the hills to Melbourne. And it was about midnight, a little after midnight, and the freight train had stopped, as it sometimes does at one of these level crossings. And this friend and I just sort of decided that maybe we should just climb on and go to where all our dreams would come true, which would be Melbourne. So, so we got on this train, and it's the days before mobile phones. I wasn't wearing shoes, and I didn't even have my wallet. So here's a song about that. It's for all the lost boys out there who never got to where they're going. We were walking in the night when we saw the freight cars on the tracks. And when we climbed up on the side there, we had the cold steel at our backs. When the whole thing started moving out, we let the warm wind pull our sleeve. But as we rode on past the last house, we threw ourselves down in the leaves. If I could travel back somehow, before that moment had gone, I would whisper through the starlight,
Brothers, hold on. Leaning out across the water, the ocean in our head. Dark clouds building up in front of us. We were breathing while you lay. The sky was full of flashing light. Mars was shaking with the sun, but we didn't reach the other side before we turned that boat around. And if I could travel back there somehow, before that moment had gone, I would call out to the falling rain. Brothers, brothers, oh. You were sitting there in your bedroom with a biro in your hand. You were shaking it in the lamplight, just a boy without a plan. Breathing air, 'cause you were breathing in the pain. Being caught between a wild storm and a runaway train. Runaway if I could travel back there somehow, before that moment had gone, I would whisper to the stars, I would call out to the falling rain, and sing out through the darkness. Brother, hold on. Brother, hold on. Brother, hold on. My brothers, hold on.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You guys are lovely to play to. I want to play you a song now about my great-great-grandfather. My great-great-great-grandfather, who arrived in South Australia in 1838. He came from a little coastal town in the north of Germany. He was a Lutheran missionary who heard about the state of the Aboriginal people, what was happening down here in South Australia. I don't know if you know this, but Adelaide was supposed to be a utopia. They didn't really have an army or a police force here for a while because they thought, well, we're just going to bring out people who are of such high moral character that we wouldn't need any of that sort of stuff. We were just going to be all sweet. I just love that idealism. Anyway, he came out in 1838. And amazingly, the first thing he did was he went out to set down at the Torrens, and he chatted to the old people, King Rodney, Uncle Saturday, and he learned their language and he learned their song lines, and then he ended up, he very quickly set up a school on the banks of the Torrens and taught Kaurna kids in their own language. Taught them their own song lines in their own language. I think it's a story worth telling. 100 and something years later that happened. And the government shut it down after a while, and he tried something else. He went out to Happy Valley and he set up a little community out there in 1843 where he created probably South Australia's first co-op, where he bought a block of land and got four Kaurna families in, and he thought, well, we can all work together and we can make this work, and we won't have to depend on the government, on the church. Anyway, that language, the Kaurna language, there was no more. It sort of died in 1935, and for a lot of time we lost that language. But the dictionary that my great-great-grandfather wrote still lives, still survives, and that's how we know all the Kaurna words for things now, and the Kaurna language is coming back, and I think that's a pretty amazing thing. So I wrote essays about this guy when I was at uni because I thought it was pretty amazing. I didn't know I was related to him. And one day I was at my grandmother's house when she was moving house, and I found this photo of him, and I found his dictionary. I said, Grandma, I know this guy. There's not many guys back in 1885 who get a photo with their shirts off. And I said, why have you got this dictionary? And she goes, well, he's your great-great-great-grandfather. Anyway, I wrote a song about him, but more importantly about the struggle of Kaurna people for their language and their culture.
Washes home become a line between the ocean and the pearl sky. But that breeze was full of memories and ghosts, so he breathed it into his lungs for the last time. Before 6 months of unending horizons, 6 months of sea and salt and sun, 6 months to understand there are things that a man does that can never be undone. And he landed on the beach with his best friend in the heat, walked the long and dusty miles into town, and they talked about the better world they'd make, even if they had to build it up out of the ground. When they arrived, they first smelled, then saw the horror, where Black Adam with the apple in his hand. Here in the heart of a new world, the same strange fruit it hung above the sand. And he said, oh, these weary eyes, all that they have seen, I am laying down all I've been carrying. went straight down to the riverbank. Sat with the oldest living people on the earth. He said, teach me your language and your stories, and I promise that I'll write down every word. They said all that we have is disappearing, young and old, they're dying in the dust. 'Cause that white man is a taker, he's taken nearly everything from us. And they said, oh, our weary eyes, all that they have seen, we are laying down, oh, we've been carrying, oh, we've been carrying. Oh, oh. They're all long gone now, and they're buried in our dreams about the past. But a handful remain who still remember the names, keep the words that he wrote written on their hearts. They cry, oh, so much water has flowed down this river, and we're still waiting to begin. They treated us like we were nothing, but he treated us like kin. And they say, oh, our weary eyes, and all that they have seen, we're laying down, oh, we've been carrying. Oh, our weary eyes, and all they have seen, we're laying down, oh, we've been carrying, oh, we've been carrying.
Thank you so much. Every time I play at the WHEATY, I always forget that the roof is like there. So I don't normally play electric guitar, but I thought I would for you tonight. We'll see how we go. Good sound. All feel free to make those kind of sounds if you like. Has anyone ever been in a long-distance relationship? Just stick your hand up, I won't make you feel silly. There's one down here, yes. I was in a long-distance relationship for almost 5 years with my now wonderful partner in life. And I'd totally recommend that if you're young and you're thinking about, should I spend 5 years, many thousands of kilometres from the person I think I love, I would totally recommend that. We used to send each other letters and beer coasters, and my kids are here, but I'll still say we used to send each other pouches of tobacco many years ago. There's a song about that.
You remember sitting outside of your best friend's house? We were talking to the dark and just ran out. remember leaning out an open window, rolling a last cigarette before I had to go? 'Cause I keep all these things in my mind, 'cause a love like this is so hard to find.
It's nice to have planes back, eh?
Do you remember all of the letters we wrote, wrapped around the mixtapes of the songs that we love the most? Do you remember staring up at the moon till it felt like we were both in the same room? 'Cause I keep all these things in my mind, 'cause a love like this is so hard to find. And I belong with you. And you belong with me too. Do you remember believing when no one else did, wishing this country it wasn't so damn big? Do you remember the feeling of your fingers against mine? Well, some moments they stop time. So I keep all these things in my mind, 'cause a love like this is so hard to find. And I keep all these things in my mind, 'cause a love like this, a love like this is so hard to find.
Cheers, thank you. Does this guitar sound all right out there? Is it okay? Oh, thank you. Would you be honest if it didn't? Like, you could just... I get the vibe that you're all just a little bit too nice. The way you just listen like we're in a library is great. So this next song, man, an hour set is a hard, long slog for you guys. Thank you so much for staying so attentive. Hey, this next song I wrote last year when I was on the northwestern coast of Australia in this place called 80 Mile Beach, which is a beach which is about 80 miles long, I assume. And but what was even cooler about that beach was that there's these 14.5 meter tides. So when the sun sets, there's like kilometers of this mirrored sand. And anyway, I was there with these new friends we'd made on the road, and I had a really big birthday. And there's nothing like that, having a big birthday, to think about the choices you've made in your life and if things are going well or not. And I don't know, I just had this overwhelming sense that, I don't know, my life compared to everyone else's is probably not that remarkable, but it's just been so flippin' beautiful, and I just felt really appreciative of that. So this is a song about that.
Go to bed when the sun goes down. Wake with the first light on my face. Feel the fire on my feet again. Let the wind blow through my skin. I've never been this far west before. I never had my ankles in the Indian Ocean. So bend the horizon across my eyes. I haven't seen any clouds since the start of July. This isn't what we planned, but it's what we want, 'cause we don't know what we had until it's gone. I didn't know how much I needed the sun shining on my chest. And I didn't know how much I needed the starlight lighting up my way. There and back again. I got the taste of soul, water on my lips, the smell of secondhand books that I'm breathing in. But I'm playing my songs in a new town tonight. I'm making new friends in a fading light. In a fading light. This isn't what we planned, but it's what we want, 'cause we don't know what we have until it's gone. I didn't know that getting older could be this beautiful.
Cheers, thank you. All right, I got a couple more, man. You guys are doing really well. Thank you. Anyone else drinking this spicy biscuit beer? It's just me, man. It's pretty good. It's pretty strong, so we'll see how these last lyrics go. There's another song I wrote on the road last year, and it's a love song, but it's particularly for people who have been in love with someone for a long time. So if you're out there and you've just fallen in love with someone, this is not a song for you. No, it can be. You guys are so lovely and quiet. Is everything okay? Are you sure everything is okay? I promise I haven't got COVID. We're all going to be fine.
This road is so long, and it feels like we'll never arrive. Sometimes we forget that it's just being alive. With my hands on the wheel, your hand on my thigh. Wherever we're going, I am the luckiest guy. We plan like we mean it, but we dream like we don't. We know we can change, but we probably won't. So we say what we want, and we say what we need. We laugh at the space in between. When it all grows dark, my days are through. But I know life was a road worth taking, and love was no. Fall in love with the sky and the light on the tree. Though there's smoke in our eyes, there's ash on our knees. We'll dance in our kitchen where the dishes are clean. Sing all our stories out like we know. moving slow, like the spirits are leaving, with nowhere to go. But the gold in these pages stuff's a flame going out. So you read to me softly, 'cause this moment is ours. When it all grows dark, my days I'm life was a road worth taking. Love was when it all grows dark, my days are through. I know life was a road worth taking. Love was knowing you, and love was knowing you.
Thank you guys so much. So last year, the big long tour we were on, we started it in Alice Springs, on the banks of the Todd River, and finished in Yallingup, which is near Margaret River, I think. And anyway, that first gig was probably one of the more special ones we played that whole time. That was in large part because I got to play with Zavi in Alice Springs in her hometown, and it gives me great pleasure to play for her tonight. Open up this show. So thank you guys for coming down. I'm going to get Zavi maybe to come up and do some gang vocals with this one. Would you guys be up for a little bit of a sing as well? Are you in that sort of spot? You've been disarmingly quiet this whole show, but we'll get you singing. This is a song about coming out to shows like this, or like anything, after COVID. Sort of kept us inside for a very, very long time. And a lot of artists sort of struggled to figure out what they were going to do when you couldn't come to a pub or a venue. And we're all sort of worried about what was going to happen. And I wrote this song about going out, and I was thinking back to the decades I've spent coming to shows like this, and more often than not just sitting in the audience and listening to someone sing their heart out. And there's something pretty magical that can sometimes happen there, and something I dearly hoped we wouldn't lose. Anyway, during lockdown, this is a long story, I'm really sorry, it goes for ages. During lockdown, I discovered this thing called live streaming, which all the young people were way into. And I decided to play every night. I'd do an original and a cover on Instagram, because I figured there's not going to ever be a time again when we're all going to be home at 8 o'clock at night, every single night. And anyway, it started, I was going to do a few songs, and I ended up doing 100 songs in a row, which sounds impressive, but it got pretty weird towards the end. I was digging into my back catalogue of different originals. But this next song's the last song I played, and a whole bunch of wonderful people would rock up each night. And I sent... this is a really long story, just settle in. I wanted them to sing along with me, and so I said, look, as I'm singing, I'd really like you to get your phone out or some other recording device, and if you could sing along and record yourself singing, I'll release this song and I'll put it on the recording. And I did that, and there's 117 vocal tracks on the release, so it sounds really, really amazing. It's actually quite hard to listen to, but... If you've got Spotify, tune in and you can hear that. But I'd really like you guys to sing along with it tonight. Just before I go, I want to say a huge thanks. Can you guys give a round of applause to Kev on sound. He's a total legend. Best at what he does. We're pretty lucky. and the WHEATY and Zubby for having me, and you guys for rocking up and supporting live music despite the terrifying risk of getting COVID, I guess. So this song, the sing-along bit goes like this. I, 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 didn't you get that okay? Sing it Yeah, look, that was okay. No, it was brilliant. It was brilliant. You just need to do it like 8 times louder when it gets to that point of the song. My name's Tidmore. It's been a real pleasure to play for you. I've got CDs and stuff for sale, but Zubby's travelled a very long way, and you should definitely buy her stuff. If you still want to buy something and you've still got something to play CDs on, then I guess you can buy from me as well. I just realised Zubby hasn't got a mic. Sorry, that was definitely, it's not her poor planning, it's my poor planning. Yeah, come in here. I've only got 9 pedals to miss. Yeah, cool, yeah.
Like a good thing gone, like the fog that lifts the door, like 2 bodies leaning close, just keeping warm. It was a nameless feeling that pulled us through the door. We went out. We went out. We went out. And the reasons we came, not the reasons that we stayed, but our eyes were closed the moment that everything changed. With the melody sweet and the words running deep in our veins. Oh, we went out. Oh, we went out. Yeah, we went out. We were singing light
Wow, that was pretty good. But I reckon you've still got maybe a bit more fun here. Probably depends a little on how many biscuit stouts you've been drinking tonight.
and we held our glasses up as we listened in the dark to the sound of somebody singing right out of their heart, like the world was a home and we were all beautiful apart. Yeah, we went out. Oh, we went out. We went out. This is why we went out. So let's drink this wine like it's water. See it in the morning again. 'Cause we've been to the bottom. This is not falling. With our arms round our brothers, sisters and strangers and friends. Oh, sing like we mean it, that we have all seen it. Sing like we're breathing again. Here we go. Sing it like, sing it like.
Thank you so much. You've been really amazing. Cheers. We'll see you next time.